Okay, I guess here we are again. First of all, happy Labor Day. And not much done here. Simple reason is the last few days I've actually been under the weather. Feeling a little bit better today. I would say 90% better today. So I just wanted to come out here, number one, to do this video and also to just kind of go over where we're at here. As you know, the car runs. It's running good. I didn't break in the cam yet. That's going to be the next project. I do want to do that outside though, because in here it is extremely loud. Even with air protection, it's like thunder shaking loud. So it's going to have to go outside. It's going to have to disturb the neighbors, and they're just going to have to like it, I guess. And so basically, we got her running. The power steering, I did that temporary line that I showed you guys last week to get it running. So I do have the fittings for that. And basically, nothing fancy. Just have to do a couple of steps. And so we start out with this smaller fitting here. It goes to a number 4 line. And we create a 90, and then we bring it up to a number 6 line. So hopefully that's going to work out well. I'm not quite sure why I couldn't find one that just went straight to 6, but no matter where I looked, I couldn't find the fitting that would go onto the Hydro Boost that would give me a 6 AN immediately. So I had to transition it in the 90. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It's only a return, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. New parts. I got the back bumper, I got the front bumper, I got all the bumper accessories, the lenses, and I went with all the reproduction stuff. You know, this is brand new in the package, so this way it's nice, clean, new. I have the original stuff, but it's in storage and I'm just going to leave it there. Also the back housings. The only part that I did not get, because I missed it, and they'll be here in a few days, so I can't really put the back bumper on. I was hoping to do that this weekend. Even though I wasn't feeling well, I would have been able to do it today. But there's an extension that fits on here that connects to the bumper. So basically, you have the extensions that'll slide in, and it gives it a little bit of correction if need be. Then the screws go up here, they hold this in place, and then your lenses go in from the outside. And I'm also waiting on the gaskets. The gaskets didn't come yet. Front bumper, I opened it up just to take a quick look at it. I'm sorry, no, I did not open it up. I'm going to open that up later, take a look at it, make sure it's not damaged. But other than that, it was just a matter of brackets. These are a little bit thinner than my original. Well, again, they're new, they're clean, and these are the back brackets. They're new, they're clean, and it's just what I want. You know, even though it's reproduction and people hem and haw, oh, we don't like it. It's new, it's clean. I have my original stuff, so I'm not stressing it. And the reproduction stuff will do for what I'm doing here. Again, I'm not a show car. It's not a concourse car by any means. The body's 100% original. Really, the interior, the seats will be 100% original, except for the back seat. I do have to reupholster that. The front ones were reupholstered, but I did them in the 70s, and I was able to get the original coverings, so that was fine there. And really, that's about it. I can't think of anything else that's original on this vehicle. Everything else is modern day technology. So what I have left engine-wise is just to break the cam in. Then I got to set the idle, and I do need to play around with the throttle a bit because it seems to get a little sticky at the end here. I'm not sure why. I got to see if there's anything interfering with it, or maybe I have to loosen up my pedal inside because I do have it for instant response. I might have to take a little, add a little drag, a little less drag to it, and hopefully that'll correct it. If not, maybe a spring. But I mean, the pedal's kind of hard to begin with, so. I don't know, just one of those things that we're going to have to work on. And again, minor, no big deal. All the major stuff is taken care of. The pulley, I was able to correct that. That was a no big deal. It just, I may have forgotten to tighten it for all I know. I'm not really sure, but I ran it for a while after I fixed it. Everything is Loctited. I let it sit overnight before I ran it again. I fired it up, let it run for a while, no issues. So I believe we're all good there. And I wanted to get the bumpers on it so it starts looking like a car again. I was going to wait to do the front bumpers. I was going to do the brackets, just kind of get the brackets on there. And just to kind of make it look like a car again. I don't want to do the front bumper immediately because I still want to have some access to the motor in case I do have to do any tight. Well, I still have to do the computer timing. I need to hit it with a light, and we're looking for approximately a 20 before top dead center base timing. So I'm going to need to kind of get in here and all that, and I really don't want to be hanging over a bumper. So once I have all that situated, that'll be good. Before I even move the vehicle, I'm going to recondition my original brake pedal because there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, kind of just nasty looking. But quick clean on this and X-Prime, some paint, and we'll be good to go with that. The cables are basically already in. I did have to take the inner fender out a couple of weeks ago to do that. And that's about it. Really, there's not much more that I need to do except some cosmetics, get the interior back in it, well really just the seats, and a few minor things. And I do have to go through my gauge cluster. I believe I still have to ground the sending unit on the tank so I can get a reading on my gauge. And what else? Oil pressure. I don't know if the oil pressure was working. I only ran this car for a very short time. I know it's got oil pressure. It's not that it doesn't. But I don't remember if the gauge in here was working. So I'm going to have to investigate that. And kind of go from there on that too. But other than that, I mean, the goal was I got it running. So now it's just a matter of getting it back. I want to do a final bleeding, you know, a manual bleeding. I do have the Phoenix system that you do the reverse bleeding with, and I believe I have that kit here somewhere. Let's take a look. Where do I have the Phoenix kit? Should be here someplace. I got crap everywhere, that's the problem. And that's another goal. I mean, I got it pretty clean in here. A lot of the boxes are gone since we started putting everything together. I think I left the Phoenix bleeder kit, I believe, is in my home office. I don't think I brought it out here yet. I was going to use it, and I didn't, and I think I just left it next to my desk. So, I have several ways I could bleed this, but I do want to do the standard, pump it 5 times, open up the bleeder valve, and just know that I have everything I need, because the last thing I want to do is drop this thing in gear, and I can't stop it. So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of power there, and we don't need any accidents at this point. We've gone too far to go backwards. So let's take the camera off. Let's just take a little look around. Excuse my table, it's a disaster. But like I said, I haven't been out here until I started this video. Weekly disclaimer, I'm not a cameraman. So basically, here's the back bumper. And it is a little thinner than my original. Very little, actually. So basically, the little extensions go down here. Excuse my cough, it's part of my cold that's almost gone. Basically, these just kind of sit in here. And then your lenses go in from the outside, or you could put it in as a unit if I'm not mistaken. And pretty simple. Very close to the original idea. I mean, they feel the same. Actually, these feel better. The originals are slightly brittle. So, those actually feel a little bit better. And there's the front bumper. I did not open it yet. I thought I did. And then I have all the new bracketry and all the hardware. I got everything new. No sense playing games at this point. Some more. These are the front brackets here in this box. And you know, we got everything we need to finish this project up. I did start on the coffin car, picking up the very final things that I need that I don't have. One of them being the motor. We're going to go with a small block Chevy. It's going to be a 350 400 horse, which is more than enough for the car that I'm building. And then I just got to decide on the transmission. I do have a power glide I could build or order, or I could put a 3-speed in there, turbo 350. I don't know yet. I believe I put 350 mounts on the frame, but again, we're going to be stretching that frame, so a lot of things can change, you know, during the process of stretching that frame. I can go with the 350 or with the, or I could change it to the power glide. So we'll see. Anyway, like I said, short video. Didn't really get anything done this week. Number one, being sick, and number two, still a little under the weather today, so I don't want to push too hard. But I'm just going to do a little inventory out here and do some cleanup and start getting ready for final assembly, and try to get this thing done, and then figure out where the hell to put it from here, because it's going to be in my way for the coffin car. Unless I move it over and back into the corner, then I got plenty of room. So we'll have to figure that out. Let's get this back on the stand. So guys, this build is coming to a close. I know it still looks like there's a lot that needs to be done. Realistically, it's not a lot of stuff. The bumpers go on fairly quick. I'm sure that they'll line up properly. I got a little front alignment here. Once I get everything all together, I'll probably get a wet sand and buff it, and try to take care of some of the chips and things on there. Because like I said, I'm not going to paint this immediately. Oh, I still got to do the headliner too. Just I keep it out of my mind because it's just like something I really don't feel like doing, but I have to do it. I can't find anyone that can come in here and knock it out for me, so it's one less thing for me to worry about. So, you know, if you know anybody, tell me. But other than that, I'm going to have to do it myself. I've done several, especially when we were at the dealership, where people would damage them back then, and we would have to replace them. So I've done quite a few, actually, and I never enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't mind doing anything on these cars. The headliners are just something that, you know, never tickled my fancy. I never did a vinyl top. I've lined some up and I've helped, but I've never done a full vinyl top myself, never needed to. Today's vinyl tops pretty much come all together. As long as you get all your center lines right, you dry fit everything properly, and just take your time with it. And the glue, you got to make sure that you glue everything down properly. For the most part, it's not really that hard of a deal. And then we just got some moldings to do, and all that little nitpick stuff that takes a little time, but not as much time as you think. The headliner is going to be the biggest issue, because it's going to be one of those things I'm just going to probably drag out because I hate doing them. So that's basically on me. Basically that's on me. You know, it's just one of those things, you know, that I'd like to cancel due to lack of interest, but it's got to be done. Anyway, guys, like I said, short video, and next week, hopefully, at least I can show you some bumpers and things like that, depending on how this week goes. And also, I'm looking to see, I have a lift back there, but which it's a one-post, but set up kind of like a two-post. But it would be nice to put a two-post in here. I could get a lot more done, but it would have to be some type of a portable two-post. I got a couple ideas. But I have floor heat, so I cannot just start cutting. I mean, I got plenty of concrete. I got over 8 inches of concrete here. But I can't just start cutting and drilling and doing all that, because I'll destroy the pipes in the floor. Because you know, I mean, they're pretty tight here. And the heat in here is amazing. The burner probably runs maybe once a day. If it's really super cold, and if the outside temperature is fairly mild, it doesn't really run for days. So it's the most efficient heat that I have in this my entire house. Other shops that I have here, it's the best heat. And it's electric, and it doesn't kill my bill. So I guess that's it. So I guess we'll see you next week. Again, happy Labor Day, and hopefully I could get some bumpers on. Have a good day, have a good weekend, enjoy the rest of your week.